Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about pros and cons of living on the Southern Oregon coast, and I'll be sharing a bit about my personal experience moving here from Las Vegas. It was a bit of a culture shock for me, and I think you'll understand why once we go through the list. So let's get started. Number one is nature and outdoor activities. One of the biggest perks of living on the Southern Oregon coast is the nature. It's incredible here. We have access to beautiful hiking trails, amazing views of lighthouses, seal caves, miles of beaches, and dramatic shoreline. Outdoor adventures here are endless, whether it's swimming in local creeks and rivers, paddleboarding, fishing, crabbing, or enjoying the amazing seafood that is always fresh and local. Number two is fresh local food. Another great thing about living here is the access to fresh food. There are local farms and ranches that provide fresh produce, eggs, meats, cheeses, and more. It's easy to support local agriculture and enjoy healthier, fresher food than you typically find in big chain grocery stores. Number three is air quality and mild weather. The fresh, clean ocean air was one of the first things I noticed moving from a big city. It's so refreshing, plus the weather is mild here. Here's something practical about living on the Oregon coast. If the power goes out, you can survive just fine. The weather isn't extreme, so it doesn't cause major disruptions. Coming from the desert where losing power in the middle of summer can be super stressful, this has been a big relief for me living here. Number four is a sense of community and friendliness. I'll never forget when I moved here in 2006 how friendly everyone was. People would wave at each other while driving through town, and it was just part of daily life. On my first trip back to Las Vegas, I waved at someone at the airport, and out of habit and quickly realizing that was a bad idea, I instantly knew that things are different in big cities. You just can't be as friendly as you can in small towns where everyone knows each other. That's what makes living in a small town so special. Number five is low traffic most of the year. In small beach towns along the Southern Oregon coast, traffic is easygoing most of the year, but there's something important to note. You can't be a crazy driver in a small town. Word spreads quickly here, and if you'd flip people off or drive aggressively, people will remember, and you'll be known for it. In the summer, when more travelers and RVers are moving up and down Highway 101, traffic does pick up, but even then, it's still nothing compared to city traffic. Number six is our final pro of living on the Southern Oregon coast is no sales tax. Another perk is that there's no sales tax. After living in Las Vegas, it's nice not to see extra dollars tacked onto every purchase. But of course, we do have state taxes, so it's a bit of a trade-off. So now that we've gone over many pros, here are the main cons of living on the Southern Oregon coast. Number one is weather. Rain, fog, wind, and snow. While I see the sun more than most expect, the weather can still be unpredictable. In the last 18 years, I've seen it snow here at least 3 times, which is rare but beautiful. On the flip side, we've also had a few exceptional windstorms that made driving along Highway 101 dangerous, so you definitely need to be prepared for those occasional extremes. Number two is grocery prices. Grocery prices can be higher in small towns, probably due to less competition, but just 30 minutes away are some chain stores like Safeway, Fred Meyer, and Walmart. So if you're not far from a more populated city, it might be worth the drive if you're doing bulk shopping. But otherwise, I choose to shop locally, which can save on your gas bill. Number three is a housing shortage and rising costs. There is a housing shortage, especially when it comes to rentals. Homeowners have been raising rents due to rising costs, and while housing prices in popular coastal towns like Bandon are higher, you can find more affordable options in nearby areas. For example, Coos Bay is only 30 minutes or 22 miles away, and Coquille is just 20 minutes inland. If you're willing to make a short commute, you can enjoy living near the ocean without the higher price tag of oceanfront properties. Vacation rentals also play a role in this housing shortage. Many investors are seeking properties to use as vacation rentals, but local municipalities are pushing back because these rentals take away housing opportunities for local workers who need a place to live. It's a tricky balance. We want to promote tourism and welcome visitors, but it's tough when the community needs more affordable housing for everyday workers. You also won't see large housing developments being built here like in big cities. Homes are built one at a time here, which adds to the slow growth in housing supply. There are affordable options like manufactured homes here. Many people relocating here for a job end up buying instead of renting. So as long as you see real estate as a long-term investment, 5 years or more, this can be a great decision. Even if you move out after 3 years, you could use the property as a rental investment. And we need the rentals here. Number 4 is limited fast food options. Fast food isn't really a thing here. Dairy Queen is one of the only options, and while I personally appreciate the smaller local restaurants, I do think we could use a few more choices, including food trucks. It's a bit of a catch-22 though. We want more variety, but we also want our existing restaurants to stay afloat. When people ask me if they'll be happy living here, I always try to give them a realistic picture. In the winter, it rains a lot, but that doesn't mean you're stuck indoors. We cozy up, make a fire, read a book, watch a movie, and cook dinner at home. If you enjoy those simple pleasures, you'll do just fine. Adventurous types still get outside, just with warmer layers. And if you're looking to escape the rain, many people split their time between here and warmer places, living 6 months on the coast and 6 months elsewhere. So whether you're thinking about relocating or just curious about life on the southern Oregon coast, these are the main pros and cons to consider. For me, the natural beauty, slower pace, and unique charm have made all the difference. Thanks for watching. You can call or text the number in the description to learn more about moving to the southern Oregon coast. And don't forget to press the subscribe button to be the first to know about the latest properties.